All right, today we're going to deconstruct something really cool, a case study on building a personal brand that isn't just strong, but completely 100% authentic. And we're doing it in the super competitive world of real estate. So, how did she pull it off? Let's get into it. And it really all kicks off with this one line: I'm your real estate boss. I mean, how bold is that? It's so direct, and it introduces us right away to our central figure, Windy Goss. You got to understand, this isn't just some clever tagline. Nope, it's her entire brand identity, and it really sets the tone for everything else she does. Okay, but look, having a strong brand is one thing. You got to back it up, right? And Windy's story, it starts with pure old-fashioned hustle. Long before she was this big brand, she was just an agent grinding it out, putting in the work and building this rock-solid foundation of success from the ground up. And you can see that hustle right here in the numbers. I mean, look at this trajectory. Her first year, she closes 12 deals. Pretty good. The next year, she doubles it to 24. Then the year after that, 36. Now she's doing over 50 a year. You see the pattern here, right? This wasn't luck. This was a system of deliberate growth that proved she knew her stuff long before she ever became an influencer. So after all that grinding, what's the next move? Well, for her, it was entrepreneurship. She didn't just want to work in the industry, she wanted to build a piece of it. So she founded her own brokerage, LV Sweet Homes Realty. This step is huge because it proves she gets the business from every angle, not just as an agent, but as a leader. And having that successful brokerage under her belt set the stage for what I think is the most critical pivot in her entire journey. In 2022, she makes this massive decision that would totally change the game for her. She brings her whole operation over to eXp Realty. So you might be asking, why? Why make that move if her own brokerage was doing well? Well, she saw it as a major upgrade. See, this wasn't about giving up her own thing. It was about giving her team more tools, way more support, and what she calls an entire tribe to back them up. It was a classic shift from just managing a small team to really, truly scaling up. Okay, so now with the power of eXp behind her, Windy's brand could finally break out of just being a top agent in Las Vegas. This is where she starts to carve out this really unique niche for herself as an industry influencer, a mentor. And the results? They happen fast. And if you want proof of that new influence, just look at this number. She starts a coaching program called Tech Tuesday, basically teaching other agents how to leverage tech to grow their business. And it just exploded. We're talking over 1,500 members. Think about that. She's not just selling houses anymore. She's selling her own expertise, her secret sauce. And you can literally see the ripple effect of that pivot on the map. Her team isn't just a local Vegas crew anymore. Nope. She's got agents in 20 different US states. And get this, even one in Dubai. That's what happens when you build a brand that can travel. But you know how it is. With big success comes a new, even bigger challenge. Windy sets her sights on this super exclusive, high-stakes world of luxury real estate. And this is where things get really interesting. Because how could someone so down-to-earth, so real, break into a market that's all about polish and prestige? And she says it best herself. She's like, I'm the opposite of luxury. She even admits, I've got a little redneck in me. I mean, that's the core conflict right there. Her entire authentic brand seems to clash head-on with everything the luxury market expects. And when you hear the details, you really get it. She's a geek girl, loves rock crawling, she rides motorcycles with her husband. Heck, she even has a mobile she shed that she uses for staging. I mean, come on, this is not your typical high-end luxury agent, right? So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? What happens when you drop this anti-luxury persona right into the middle of one of the most image-conscious industries out there? Was she going to have to change who she was? Or was she going to double down on being Windy? Well, the results are, honestly, they're staggering. She doubled down. She went all in on being herself. And in just 14 months, she landed 14 luxury listings. So yeah, her strategy didn't just work. It worked like crazy. It proved that her authenticity was the very thing that could unlock this new market. And we're not talking about, just barely luxury. One of those listings was valued at a jaw-dropping $12 million. That number just completely shatters the whole idea that you have to look and act a certain way to play at the highest levels. And what's so great is that her success gives us a kind of blueprint, something you can actually follow. Step 1, she identified her target market, luxury. Step 2, instead of changing, she doubled down on who she really is. Step 3, she got real, measurable results. And then, step 4, she packaged her unique method and now teaches it to other people in her Land Luxury Listings course. It's genius.
So, after seeing all that, what's the big takeaway here? What can we learn from her story? Well, the core lesson isn't really about real estate at all. It's about the absolutely incredible power of using who you are as a business strategy.
We could actually put a name to what she did: authentic branding. And it's pretty simple, really. It's the strategy of building your professional identity by being 100% yourself. You don't hide your personality. You turn it into your unique selling point, the one thing nobody else can copy. And you can see the proof of this strategy working at a massive scale. Just look at her YouTube channel. We're talking over 83,000 subscribers, almost 4 million views across more than 600 videos. People aren't just following her for real estate tips. They're connecting with her as a person, and they are showing up in huge numbers. So here it is, the ultimate takeaway from all this. Your unique personality, the things you think might be a liability in business, your quirks, where you're from, your weird hobbies, that's not a weakness. It's your greatest marketing asset. Windy proved that being a Jeep girl wasn't a roadblock to the luxury market. It was her secret weapon.
And that leaves us with one final big question to chew on. In a world that is just saturated with polished, perfect, and honestly pretty predictable brands, could it be that raw, unapologetic authenticity is the single most powerful strategy of all?